progeny in you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together.
Hello everyone and welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of Sons of City TV. My name is Host Henderson, aka Blake Henderson, aka One City Centre. Joining me today is the Godfather Con, the Underboss Chris, Soldier Daniel, Conchieri Jack.
Well done, proud of you.
And making his return to the Sons of City podcast is the Scout, Joshua Watto Watson.
You didn't butcher Jack's nickname. Well done.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go.
I know. Let's start with you, Jack. Not Jack, sorry, Josh. Let's start with you, mate. How are you, mate? How was your lockdown without football?
Oh, lockdown without football. It's been nearly a year since haven't been to a proper A-League match, so can't wait this Saturday. But yeah, it's been very frustrating not being able to go to a game. I've been working more. I used to work less because I had a game to go to, but yeah, considering what's been happening the last year.
Too easy, mate. We'll just let you camera catch up there. On to you, Godfather. How you been, mate? The past couple of weeks?
Been good without being able to go to the football. I've taken up my fishing, as you all know.
Yeah.
We've got a big trip. The son's
Coming up.
going out on a charter next weekend.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. So
yep.
Hopefully we'll catch some big ones. But I honestly can't wait for Saturday night. Last Sunday was good with the girls, even though it wasn't our result. But it was good at the football. But Saturday night at Amy against the hashtag not a derby. Should be good.
We'll get into the girls' game in a second. We'll catch up with everyone else first. Underboss Soldier, how are you guys? You all good?
We're good.
Yeah.
It was good to go back to a game, and it's going to be even better walking into Amy on Saturday.
Conchieri Jack, mate, came over your place for the first time, watched the Brisbane game. How are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, good. I think, one of the things that was great was catching up again, just being at a stadium and watching our team play, like Costa said, it wasn't our result, but just to be again watching some live football, being with all my friends, it was fantastic. It was just great. And Saturday, can't wait. Absolutely can't wait.
Definitely can't wait. I return to my church on Saturday, so it'll be good to be back there. Speaking of
our church,
yes, agreed. Speaking of Sunday, the result didn't go quite our way for the girls. 6-0 loss to the Melbourne Victory. I have to call them, but as you guys call them, who wants to call them the?
No, we're not going to go there.
All right, we're not going to go there. Okay, so let's quickly talk about that very special occasion for our own Riley Dobson playing her 100th game. Godfather?
Well, it wasn't, look, like Jack said on the day, and I'm sure he messaged the girls on Insta and whatnot. And look, we're a new team. We're rebuilding. We've lost, 6 Matildas, and they've gone all abroad, and we're just starting fresh. Give them a couple of games, they'll find their feet. But the biggest thing that annoys me, man, and I know we're going to go to this later on, but I just have to say something now. What annoys me the most is certain pages, city pages, that call themselves fans, sit there, bag our girls, man. That just does my head in. I can't handle it. It was, all right, we're used to winning, but you know what, man? We can't win them all. Yeah. And it just does me head in when I see posts of people just bagging our team, from the men's to the girls. It just does my head in. I'm over it.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree there. Underboss?
Yes, I agree with what the Godfather said just
then. Soldier?
Agree with all that as well.
Jackie Blake?
Look, definitely agree with what Con said. I think one of the things that I take to heart is the emotion of the day. So it's a derby. It's the biggest day, I guess, in our calendar, and as it will be for Melbourne Victory as well. And once again, taking nothing away from Melbourne Victory. Like I say, it's a brand new team, and unfortunately, our girls are used to success. We're used to seeing success from our girls, but it also comes a time to rebuild. And I think right now, what I personally saw on Sunday, I saw that, okay, we're missing obviously those amazing girls we had last season, but there's a new batch of girls coming, and I think these girls, given time, they'll make us proud.
I totally agree. Now, we do have a new player that has come in from Norway, I believe. I can't really pronounce her now. I'm going to hand it over to our scout. Do you have any information on her?
No, this is the first time I actually don't know much about this player, but she's a midfielder, which it's a position we needed to fill. I reckon we still need like a striker. Like we do have Riley Dobson, of course, but I reckon we still need someone who can finish, because on the derby we created chances early on, and was it Weathers up top?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, she did pretty well. Like I like the way she ran at players and she took the ball forward, but she had no support. She had no help. She tried to take on the game herself, and I just think we need someone who can finish the ball. That's just my opinion. But nonetheless, I reckon hopefully this Norwegian, she comes in and she makes an instant impact. And I was really glad to see Chidiak back on the field, because she was really good.
She's a pocket dynamo, isn't she?
Yeah, 100%.
I reckon for the first game that I think I'll try to pronounce her name is Eekhoff. Why can't we make a banner for her? Don't mess with the Hoff.
Fair enough. That's a good idea. Eekhoff. All right. So the City Girls will again play Melbourne Victory this coming Sunday. Venue they're saying Epping Stadium, but that might change. Just keep an eye out on all social media for that. Kickoff will be at 4 p.m. So expect about a 4 or 5 kickoff, especially for sports. Moving on, we had some re-signings for the Melbourne City boys. Tom Glover and Curtis Good have signed on for, I think Tom's 2 years and Curtis is 3.
3.
Is that correct? Boys, what do you think of that?
Good signings.
Yeah, good signings.
We could have
We've got a good keeper.
Yeah.
His Glover's a really good keeper.
Yeah.
And good will be good in defence.
Yeah. Good is good in defence.
Yeah. He's trying not to punt it.
Who can help it?
Yeah, he needs a partner, but he's playing well in defence.
Yeah, totally.
He's good, and he's good in defence. I see.
Yeah.
Jackie boy, your thoughts on those re-signings?
Yeah, look, I like it. It's one of those things that I guess we've talked about several times where, like I look at teams like Sydney FC that are able to maintain, a lot of their players. Melbourne Victory is another club that are able to maintain their players. Melbourne City seems to be a bit of a revolving door. So to keep, some of our already established players, that's positive. And hopefully we'll have more signings like that as well, so that we can, keep up and have, a steady team instead of having, a new team almost every season.
That is true. We did play Adelaide United in our last fixture. A 2-1 loss, was it?
2-0.
2-0.
2-0. Sorry, I thought we scored.
Now, can I just say something there?
Yeah, go for it.
I put the details on the calculator. Okay. So the calculator spit out the following result. 2-1 win to City, mainly because of the referee, which we've had him twice and had not lost with this referee. But in the frequency went 2-0 to Adelaide. So the calculator is sort of technically correct there.
I'll come back to it again there. Anyway.
To be honest, to be fair, we were lacking a little bit in the midfield to the creation of play. But I think we were still into the game. We could have easily snuck away with a 1-0 win in that game. I think it all went downhill after Jamo copped that red card. And I think that was the downfall of the club. You could see the whole team just explodes like a time bomb and went poof.
Yeah. So that's 2 games in a row that one of our players has got the second yellow card and been sent off. And I think it's just frustration on the field that's really cost us, which they need to get a control of. But like I said to a few of you guys earlier, it's once you're on that field, you can't really control yourself. You're gonna get sent. So that's the main point I'm gonna make, and hopefully the boys' discipline will change as we head up. Before we head on to the Western United game, Chris, Daniel, your thoughts?
The young players who stepped in did a really good job.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, they were good until that red card, and like Costa said, they just exploded. It all exploded and went backwards from there.
Scout.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it was an arm wrestle. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it was an arm wrestle. But after the red card, obviously went downhill. But I've been hearing a lot of I heard a lot of criticism. It wasn't on the Facebook pages. In terms of lack of discipline because of 2 red cards. There's been a lack of discipline, and they're blaming Paddy, which I don't know why, but we won't get into that. But you could tell in Paddy's presser, he really wants to nail down on that, keeping all 11 players on the pitch, not being too aggressive. And this one little thing, I could notice he's losing his voice. You could tell how much he screams on the pitch because he was losing his voice trying to talk in the presser. Just want to mention that.
See, with what you just said, I understand what you're saying, but if you look, I think it's something. If you look at a few seasons ago, there was I think Fox Sport put up this table, most yellows and red cards conceded, and we were like top of that list. Is it? I don't think it's Paddy's fault. I think Paddy should nail down on it, but I don't think it's Paddy's fault because it's like a trend with all our teams. You know what I mean?
I agree.
If I could find it. I think I'll try to look for it. We posted it on one of our pages. But yeah, I don't think it's Paddy's fault.
I think also that depending on the referee when it comes to us as well, because no offense to the referees out there, I'm formerly one of myself, but if I feel like sometimes we get targeted more than any other team when it comes to cards. Do you boys agree on that?
I don't know.
Hard to say.
It's not good Hearts City. I'll see if I can
find Jackie, what are your thoughts on the discipline of the boys?
Look, I'm not going to say too much about Jamo because I think the world of the guy. So for me, something must have happened on the field.
Yeah.
Okay. Because obviously the man's the captain. Okay. Yeah. So somebody must have got under his skin. Okay. I think, to be honest, ever since I've following Melbourne Heart and Melbourne City, we seem to be attracted to the yellow cards and obviously the red cards as well. But yeah, I guess just probably reviewing the game against Adelaide, I thought until the red card incident, I thought I think Josh said it quite well. It was a numb wrestle.
Yeah.
And I thought we had some pretty good chances to even take the game in our favour. But I guess using a word that seems to be coming quite often in my realms of how I live my life, and that's the word emotion. So, and sport is emotional. And we're all human. We're all human at the end of the day. So, yes. Anything can happen on the field. And unfortunately, for us, as you said, the discipline, it needs to change. It needs to change definitely.
Yeah.
As a result, sorry, Con.
No. I'm looking for that stats. I'll get back to you with those stats because there was a tweet about it.
Sure, is
it was good to see that Andrew Naboot was on the training track as well.
Yes, he's still not available this week, I believe. So
no, I didn't expect for until the next game.
Yeah,
So-
at least in a game.
3
But
weeks.
we might have Nathaniel back this week, but we'll get that back into that as we go into our game against the hashtag not a derby.
Derby.
Westie United.
Not a derby.
Not a derby against
How about we
Westie
just
Yeah,
call
United.
it
call
Jamie's
them
bitch?
Geelong. You know how Tarneit FC. Tarneit FC. I don't know.
No, Jamie's B.
Footscray Soccer Club.
We're not going to call it the Jamie B Cup, okay? But he's muted himself. All right. So game this Saturday is being moved forward to Saturday, not Sunday, against the Western United at our church, Amy Park. Thank God it's our home game, not theirs. I think we believe we have Nathaniel possibly returning this week. Probably off the bench though, because it'll be his first game back. So we're going to start with the soldier. What are you looking for?
I think Nathaniel might play because to replace Jamo unless we play Galloway or Garicho goes to Jamo's spot.
So I believe Garicho will play on the left and have Galloway on the right due to the fact Nathaniel hasn't had game time. So he might start on the bench that way. But
And Luna's coming back.
yes, also Luna coming back. So we have a little bit more creative in the midfield. Daniel, goal scorers and the scoreline.
2-0 to City, Jamie with both.
Anyway, Chris, your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it's. I agree with what Daniel said. I thought Garucha will go to the left and Galloway will go on the right.
Yep.
If Nathaniel's up to it, he might go into Galloway's spot if he's up to it, but he'll probably come off the bench.
Yeah.
And we'll probably have Luna in the middle.
Your goal scorer and
I reckon it's going to be 2-0, but
yep.
I'm going 1 to McLaren.
Yeah.
And 1 to Luna.
Fair enough. Scout, your thoughts on the outcome again?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because we beat them all the games last season. They're going to be coming out firing. They want to beat us. You know, we got a target on our backs, but I reckon we can definitely win this. And like the boys said, yeah, Garicio on the left, Galloway on the right. Most suitable decision you can make, unless Atkinson can get up for it, of course. But I would bring Luna in for Florin and keep Connor McAuliffe on the pitch because I reckon he's going to have a breakout year for sure. I reckon he's going to have a breakout year. That's what I'm
now. No, do you guys start Marco Tilio? That's what I forgot to ask. Do we start Marco Tilio?
Tilio or Shubaki?
Yeah. As
Shubaki.
What does Joshy call him again, Jack?
Joshy, what do you call Zubaki? Zubaki, the striker from Melbourne City. What do you call him? Suzuki.
Suzuki. Yeah. So your goal scorers and result.
I'll give it to us. I'll say 2-1. And goal scorers. Jamie's got to score 1. I think he's gone a bit dry lately, so he needs to score 1. And I'd say an unexpected one, like a screamer from O'Neill or something like that.
Too easy. Godfather, I know you're looking there. We'll go to Jackie.
I can't find those stats, but I will find them and I'll share it with the lads. But this is a danger game. I don't feel. I don't know who's going to create our chances. I know we got the firepower up front to score the goals, and I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but I feel this is a danger game. And look, if we do get over the line, it's a bonus. I think. Who's going to stop Barisha? Who's going to stop
Diamante?
You know what I mean? Who's going to stop their runs up and down the flanks? You know what I mean? We haven't got that defensive structure like we did last year. I think defensively, we've gone backwards. And you got to understand too, no Jamo in the game as well. You know what I mean? That hard body that will get the troops rallying. He's not going to be there. I don't know. I think I'll be happy with a 1-0 win.
Goals go J-Mac?
I don't think so because I'll know he'll be the danger man. I reckon Mark. I reckon it'll come from somewhere else. Remember, we've got no Naboo.
Yeah.
I reckon a 1-0 win. Maybe Luna.
Or Connor.
Yeah. Something like that, yeah. That's my thoughts.
And
Jackie?
it's the return of Lockie Wales.
Oh, yeah, and it's the return to Lockie Wales. Thank you for
He
reminding me.
won't do nothing. He won't do
Jackie?
nothing. He won't do nothing.
Jackie boy, this is not your calculator. This is you talking. How do you think the game's going to go?
Well, I think everybody is actually kind of stolen my thunder there. I'm like Con. I'm actually quite nervous about this game because, as we said, we've got the wood over Western United, but they've only played one game. They drew 0-0. We played 2 games. This is a danger game, and like Con said, we'll take a 1-0. I'll take a win, whatever the win is. And again, who's going to stop Barisha and who's going to stop Diamante? Because both players, they'll be up for this game.
Yeah.
They'll be definitely up for this game. So I'm going to predict that we will win. We will win by a goal. I'm not even going to think how the goal's going to come, but I'm hoping that the goal does come from someone different, and I'm hoping it comes from Subaki. I think the goal will probably spark this kid, and probably he'll be able to show us some of the excitement that people have been talking about overseas.
I'm going to go a 2-1 win. Jamie from the penalty spot somehow because their defenders dislike giving away penalties. And I'm going to say Savaki as well. He's going to get on the score sheet for the first time ever, and maybe Diamante to score for them. I don't want Barisha to score at all.
Do you want a free kick?
Maybe. But again, we are returning. I also, before we go to the favourite gimmick of the week, who's going to captain this side?
You have to give it to Jim.
I reckon J-Mac.
Yeah, Jamie.
J-Mac.
I reckon Griffiths.
Maybe.
To be honest.
You said J-Mac, Godfather Jack?
I would like to see Griffiths actually take the captaincy. The last thing we need to do is put additional pressure on J-Mac.
Yeah.
All right, so the conscience is we're hoping for a win. We'll take a draw if it comes to it. But it is now time for my favourite gimmick of the week. It's just calculator, Jack.
Well, gentlemen, what can I tell you about the famous calculator? So let me just give you a few brief stats about ourselves and Western United. So our head-to-head record against the opposition is we've played them 7 times with 6 wins to us and only 1 loss. And the 1 loss came in the very first friendly the 2 clubs played last season. And the goal scenario is quite healthy on our side, 16-8. Virtually last year in the A-League, we were undefeated against Western United. One of the things that got pointed out to me both by Chris and also by my Josh was that when we played Western United for the first time in the A-League, it was after a bad loss to Adelaide United, which was the FFA Cup. And unfortunately, I wasn't at the game in Geelong, but as you guys told me, the boys played really exceptionally well and came out for 2-1 win. So that's giving me a bit of a bit of enthusiasm here, and also with the calculator, it's saying, you know what, I agree with you. So after putting a few of these details into the famous calculator, the result that the calculator has spat out is a 2-1 win to Melbourne City.
Yep.
Also in the frequency, Melbourne City 2-0. Now, what actually is required here, and I need you, Blakey, to tell me again which referees might be refereeing the game. So we said Sean Evans was one of them.
Sean Evans and Jonathan Barrera.
Okay, so I can tell you, Mr. Jonathan Barrera has only refereed one of our games, and guess what? We won that game. Where's my other one? Right there. Mr. Sean Evans has actually refereed 22 of our games, and our record is not very good. It's 7 wins and 11 losses. So, if I was to pull Sean Evans' details in my calculator, it's a 3-2 win to Western United. Now, if we
Oh,
put,
you don't want to give me a heart attack, dude.
if we put Jonathan Barrero, it still remains a 2-1 victory to Melbourne City.
Can you see if you can put Kate Jackowitz in just in case she gets the game?
I thought she was injured.
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know why she couldn't do the game on the weekend. But
Okay, the
just in
lovely
case.
Kate has actually taken charge of 2 of our games. So 1 win and 1 draw.
Yep.
So let's put Kate into that equation. 2-1 to Melbourne City.
So the conscious there, the calculator is basically saying a 2-1 win.
That's correct.
Myself and Chris are the only ones that said 2-1.
No, I said 2-0.
Sorry, Josh and I. Sorry. Josh and I said 2-1. Jack, if you can you ask young fella Josh what he scored?
Quickly, can you come over? Okay.
All right, Josh, so you said 2-0. Reason behind it?
I think it's, I don't know.
Because we're there, right?
Yeah. We know how to score. Western United is shit.
All right, question for you. I'm so glad you're in here, Joshy. If Lockie Wales scores against you jump in the fence.
Well, I don't know. Will you stop me?
What was that?
Will you stop him?
me?
I won't stop you. I'm not allowed to touch you.
No, then I'm doing it.
Security will stop you, not me.
What if I wear a mask?
And stay 1.5.
Yeah, I'll say 1.5 either way.
You do get a barrier around you, 1.5 barrier that can't.
Thanks, Joshy, for that info. So he is 2-0. Please don't abuse the referee like you always do. I don't want to get any message.
Don't do it, Jason.
All right, Joshy, thank you very much, mate. You can go back to playing your FIFA now.
Who were his goal scorers?
Oh, yeah, he was...
Goal scorer is Josh.
McLaren and Lucky Wales own goal.
Oh, Lucky Wales. Hey,
That'll be pretty funny.
Joshy, should that happen, you still gonna run onto the pitch?
The goal's a goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he can run out with a texter.
Just sign the top.
Anyway, thank you, Joshy. So the Sons of City boys on this podcast have predicted a win. Same with the calculator. Besides Sean Evans, if we get Sean Evans, we're in trouble. But let's hope we don't get him. Anyone got anything else to add about the hashtag not a derby?
Just City
Just
boys,
hope
do
we
what you
beat
gotta
them. Beat
Just
them.
hope we beat them. City
Beat
boys do what you got to do. I'll be around. You boys are all going to be there. We hope to see most of you guys there with the 50% capacity that we have. Now, to you, Godfather, you do have a very special message really quick.
Look, in recent, early on today, I got a whiff of a certain city member. I'm not going to say a son of city, but a city member was trolling a certain female soccer player online and said some inappropriate stuff to her. We don't accept that. We don't believe in that. That's not what our club's about. As you guys call me the godfather of the club, this certain person is very close of being booted out of our little group. I'm good friends with him and I'm very ashamed. Yeah, we don't condone it. We don't accept it. We don't approve of it. To that player, I hope you do have a ripper game on the weekend. and don't score against City though. You don't want to score against City. But look, people are idiots, and it's not acceptable.
Exactly. On a brighter note, this week marks the 1 year anniversary of young Caitlin defeating her brother on Amy Park in Disney penalty shootouts. We'd like to wish you a very good luck. And we have footage of that somewhere, do we, Godfather?
We do have footage of it. It's on my phone.
We'll add it to the end of the show tonight.
I might. What I'm going to do, I'm going to edit a special little highlight reel of that event.
Yep.
And post it as a special flash news.
There we go, flash news there. So just want to wish her the very best and hope to see you on Saturday. And there might be a little something in it for you as well, but we won't go into that. But guys, that has been our show today. I thought we'll end it on a bit of a brighter note. It's been wonderful to talk to you guys again. Just a quick another message to Riley Dobson. Congratulations again on your 100th. Hopefully we'll see you this weekend. Kick a goal against the Victory to celebrate your 101. With them, yes, with the boys. So on behalf of the Godfather Con, the Underboss Chris, Soldier Daniel, Scout Joshua Watson, Conchieri, Jack. I've been host Henderson, aka Route 1 City Centre, aka Blake Henderson. Say hi to your mother for me and come on City this Saturday night. Yeah.
It had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me. So happy together.